Bet Show on the Mayo Media Network. I am your host, Scott Simpson, Nimble W Numbers on Twitter. And as always, we are presented by PrizePicks. Sign up for PrizePicks using the link in the description below. As always, we rock it with code MMN for the Mayo Media Network. Get your deposit doubled up to $100. It's basically free money. Me and LQ say it every single time. I did it when I was down in North Carolina so I could actually play. It was awesome. I got my money doubled. I won some money. I got it back. I'm ready to go. Also, while you're here on YouTube, please smash the like button. Last time we got 1,000 views. I loved it, but we didn't get over 100 likes. Like, we always got to get a 10% share there in the likes. Let's get another 1,000 views. Let's get another 100 likes. Let's do that. And also subscribe. And I'm with one of my best friends in fantasy football this year. I got to say, I'm loving every Tuesday. My Tuesday night is with LQ, my man, the Real Deal Fantasy on Twitter. How are you doing, brother?
What up, what up, what up? Tuesday night, we got some money to make. Free money season.
Oh, my goodness. Every single time we talk, we're talking about winners. We're talking about PrizePicks. If you're with LQ, you are straight fire content only, and you're making money. Like, this isn't like bullshit. This is, and we can say that here on YouTube. We checked before the show. We're good to go.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're actually making money with our picks. There's a lot of great picks to be had this week as well. We have the Rams traveling to Seattle. There's a -1 out there, which means this is basically a pick'em game where there's going to be a lot of points scored. They think, right? These offenses are pretty prolific. But, I got a little other narrative I'm going to pump, and I want to kind of get your reaction on this too. As we start this PrizePicks edition, the Rams are 28th or 27th in pace of play at 59 plays per game. And then dead last for the Seahawks. They're at 52 plays per game, 32nd in the league. This is where my 32 came from. That's not really great. That's 111 plays overall. If you had other teams, they might be getting 20 plays, 140 plays. That's just not how this game's going to go, I think. And Russell Wilson also hasn't been volume-wise what he's been before. So I kind of want to get your thoughts on the whole kind of game and how this game goes, and then we'll jump into the PrizePicks.
Yeah, man. Overall, I think it's a Thursday night game. The Thursday night games have been weird. They have been just off the wall crazy, where guys are putting up a lot of fantasy points, putting a lot of yards, et cetera, et cetera. But it's a division game, and they play each other twice a year, every year. So they know each other's strengths, weaknesses, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not expecting a shootout, but there will be a lot more plays out of Seattle. There will be more points on the board than usual. So this is going to be one of those games where it's like, oh, I don't know what to do, but here we are.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I like the running backs in both of these team matchups.
Yes.
Yeah, both sides. I love them. Let's get into the rushing yards right away. There's not a total over there for Matthew Stafford. We're just going to go have two Seattle Seahawks here. Russell Wilson, 21.5, and then Chris Carson, 54.5. So let's start with Russ. Is he cooking or is he not cooking?
He might be cooking. With Aaron Donald on his heels, it's more likely we're going to see Russell Wilson take out of the pocket to get away. So I definitely think, the running game for Carson and Russell Wilson, I could be taking it over for both of these guys. I feel as though Chris Carson will have a bounce back. He had kind of like a poor performance last week. Alex Collins, dipping into some of that as well. But I think this will be a Carson game. So 54 and a hook. Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah, no, I like that. And so far, Chris Carson has been kind of feast or famine, 91 yards, 31, 80, 30 in the previous matchup.
Yeah.
But those are up against stout run defenses, where he has kind of had the softer cushion matchup. There he has succeeded. We'll talk later about the Rams. They have been giving up, 26 fantasy points per game. So there's points to be had. There's yards to be had here as well. I like that. I'm a little concerned about Russ, but I like how him being kind of flushed out of the pocket is going to create that, moving that pocket. If you let's say this, this is one of the keys to the game for the Seahawks. If they don't move Russ away from the bull rush up the middle that is Aaron Donald and the stunts that he's going to do, they're going to be in big trouble, like huge trouble. Yeah. So you better roll him out. You better bootleg him naked behind the back, holding the ball for a second. You better do a bunch of things to kind of disrupt him in space so he can do those 6-7 yard drops to air it out. That's what you have to understand. In the Super Bowl, Pat Mahomes only got to do that one long, huge throw to Tyreek Hill, that 7-step drop, because he could never do it the whole game. He was always under duress. That was like the only play he actually, and he got hit when he did it. that's something you don't understand about those deep throws. You need that clean pocket, that back to be able to kind of chuck it that far. So I'm liking both those running total. Let's talk about the passing yards for both these guys. The numbers are a little high, a little high for my taste for Russ, but this game might shoot. But let's talk about Russ averages 261 yards. They're bumping him up 14 and a hook, 275 and a half. Are you on this? You over, under? What do you think?
I don't like either of them, so I can take the under here. I definitely think, 299 for Stafford is a little too high for me in a division game. I know this isn't like a division game really for Matthew Stafford, but like I said, the Seahawks play the Rams twice a year, every year. They know how to attack Sean McVay. Sean McVay is not Superman. He's not, inedible of having a loss. We saw it last week against the Cardinals. So I think, the Seahawks will take notes of what happened in that Cardinals game and try to apply it what they have against Matthew Stafford as well. So 299 is a little too high for me, so I could take the under. And then the same thing for Russ. We've seen Russ when he's under distress and he gets sacked a lot. He doesn't have that many passing yards those games. So I really feel as though this will be a run game for Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and I like what you're saying too about that Thursday kind of weirdness. And there's been some good games. The first game of the season, of course, being Dallas and Tampa, but that's where you had no recovery time. You're coming straight off of preseason into a shootout where you've got your legs, you're good to go, you're not banged up at all. So this is a little bit different. I think on Monday, the whole team was on the injury report for the Seattle Seahawks, not even as a joke. They just let so many players just not even practice on Monday. Chris Carson didn't practice. They said, a bunch of the receivers are limited. So they're giving these guys a rest. So I don't think you're going to come out and just air it out on a short week. I think this is more of a running week. And then also running and passing yards to the running backs too. I think they're going to be involved in the passing game. And that maybe is where they do get some of those yards for the quarterbacks. But I'm comfortable with both those unders, just given this kind of, situation we're in. Let's talk about the pass completions, because this is where I found some leverage, and maybe it looks like PrizePicks is kind of projecting the shoot with all their numbers. They're a bit up, which is good.
Yeah,
if you're kind of going down, they're up, which is great. If you kind of want to see the edge and see where the house is and kind of where you can leverage them, if this game does not shoot out, you can just crush. You can crush. If it does shoot out, you kind of want to pick your poison and how you go attack it. But Matthew Stafford right now, 26 pass completions. He's averaging 23 per game, and some of these games have been shootouts he's been in. What do you think about that number?
I like it. It's actually a solid number for him. I understand that again, it's a Thursday night game where weird things happen, but like you said, this could be a shootout. I could see a lot of quick, darts to Robert Woods. Maybe this is a Robert Woods game. Hopefully, us fantasy players want him to come alive, and maybe this will be the game. So a lot of quick throws can be to Robert Woods, because I definitely think that's how you can beat the Seahawks defense. You just give them quick throws. Don't give them time to get set. Don't give them time to have any type of pass rush, even though it's not anything worth mentioning. But I definitely think this could be the strategy where short, quick passes where he can easily just float to this 26. So I could take the over on this.
Yeah, and it's only 3 away from his average. Russell Wilson, on the other hand, he's about 5 away from his average. He doesn't get over 20. Yeah. And so for me, I'm going to fade the 24.5. That's a little bit up. And he's very efficient with his passes when he does complete it. He's got a lot of air yards downfield. He's not regularly doing the dink and dunk. When he's throwing it down there to Metcalf, it's a 20-yard pass, 15-yard pass, maybe a 50-yard pass to Tyler Lockett. So I like the efficiency that Russ kind of cooks with. So I'm going to fade that one. I think that gets you could go over on Matt and then go under on Russ and pick up a nice little double stack there. Let's talk too about this one interception prop that's dangling around, because we're going to jump into some of the other skill position props here. But I love this because these are fun. Matthew Stafford, a hook to throw a pick. What do you say? Over, under? Does he throw a pick in this game?
Oh my God, it's hard, man. I mean,
I'm going to make a call too. Don't worry. Yeah,
he has a clean pocket though. He's the least sacked quarterback right now, only 3, and I feel like 4 weeks in, that's something to be achievable. But he has that one interception he had, and I didn't like it. You know what I mean? I didn't like how the interception ended up, but this hook is just like, it's disgusting. It's like, all right, man, I'll take it. I'll take the over. You'll have one.
Okay, I'm going to take the under. So this is where me and LQ for the first time publicly are disagreeing, maybe the last time, because here's the thing: great minds think alike. That's all I'm going to say. All right, and now we're going to go to some receiving yards. So the recipients of these passing yards, and what I have done here in my own show sheet notes is I have the season averages on these guys, and I got to tell you, there's some leverage points for sure here on both sides. Cooper Kupp 84.5. Robert Woods 58.5. And then Van Jefferson 48.5. Let's attack that away team first. What do you think about these numbers? Anyone stand out to you?
What stands out to me is Van Jefferson as well. He just came off of a great game, 90 yards, put up 21 fantasy points. I mean, I definitely think as though this 48, it could be done, but honestly, I'm going to take the under. Like I said, I think this is a Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp game, and even a Tyler Higbee game. I don't think Van Jefferson will be consistent because it took, 2 weeks for him to come back and to be in that target share. I definitely believe this 48, I kind of want to say fade, but I do like it. You can take the under here for a solid 48. And then we could touch on Metcalf. I'm going to go with the over on Metcalf, the 72 on the hook. I think he's solid for at least a 100-yard game. I mean, he averaged 71 yards. I definitely think this can be the game where he comes and shows up for sure, 100 yards for sure.
Yeah, I really like that Cooper Kupp. He's averaging 23 more yards per game than the bet or the parlay. I like that.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna smash the Cooper Kupp. And then the Chris Carson is interesting. He's not. It's double his average. He's only getting about 7, and a quarter yards per game. So it does mean he's got to kind of double up here. But it is pretty low. And if you're trailing in this game and you're dumping off to Chris Carson here and there, I do like him to get those points. He is a receiving back in PPR league.
Yeah.
Some of your points. So maybe he does deliver, get you 30 receiving yards, takes a screen, 20 yards, whatever it is. He can do that. And so I like that's kind of, to me, low hanging fruit, as we like to say. So
yeah, it is a dangerous bet if that's the one. If that's the one that burns you. But
right. I've seen worse. That interception bet. Don't make that one the last stack.
Yeah, don't make that your last one.
No, don't do that. So stay away, please. We don't want anyone to be like, I was winning 4 in a row and then I put the interception bet on.
Yeah.
No, that one's just for pure pain. You know what I mean? Yeah. That one's a pain one. That's where you're just sweating it the whole time, going, please don't kneel down. Just kneel down. Oh, it's the second quarter. Okay, never mind. All right, I like it. Let's attach these to some reception totals for these players. So on the Rams side, Cooper Kupp's got 7, Robert Woods got 5, Van Jefferson 5, and a hook. I love that hook, by the way. It robs you. It just murders you blind every time. It always is. It just gets you. So let me ask you, what do you think about these numbers? Anything stand out that you're going to kind of either fade or you're going to smash?
I'm going to fade I'm going to fade definitely the Chris Carson one. He's not that involved in the passing game. He might be likely for 1, but I'm going to fade that one because that's a little dangerous. It looks like 2. Oh, yeah, he could do that. He's done it before, but no. I'm going to fade that one. The DK Metcalf.
So, I mean, the
DK Metcalf one, I like. The hook doesn't scare me. It really doesn't. I think he's good for at least 6 or 7. So I definitely like him and Cooper Kupp's.
Yeah, and if this is a Robert Woods game, that 5 number is a little high because he's only averaging, 3 and 3/4 there, which is not great. As a
need to risk the biscuit on that one,
right? That's
I just feel as though it's a Robert Woods game.
Put the interception one on that one, and then put the Robert Woods one on this one, and then go with the Van Jefferson, and you're just shooting the moon on those. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I think the Tyler Lockett's a sneaky 5 there. We could see what happens. I think he gets moved around the field.
I missed that one actually. Yeah.
He moves around. He moves around. And both of them are averaging 5 receptions a game. They nailed this one here. They know what's going on. That Russell Wilson doesn't throw that many passes. So, it's that kind of how it goes. Let's talk about a couple of touchdown totals now before we get into the fantasy points. By the way, I love PrizePicks. If you're not signed up for PrizePicks, go sign up for them right now. Link in the description below. Put the code in MMN. It's for the Mayo Media Network, which we love being a part of. Shout out Pat Mayo, Pete Overzet, stepmom Lauren, everybody else, Tyler, everyone who's crushing it over there. Appreciate you guys so much. Go follow all of them and do subscribe to our channel right now and like it. We need to get like 100 likes and 1,000 views. That's the goal, right? And then we'll just keep growing and growing and making more people money, and then just take over the world for PrizePicks. So these are 2 touchdown totals that we're looking at here, rushing totals and then a receiving total. So Darrell Henderson and Chris Carson, both a hook for a rushing touchdown. Which one do you like better? Which one are you leaning towards?
Smash both. Give me them both.
I like it. Yeah.
The hook is so it's perfect. Just give me it. They're gonna score. Put it like that. Those two are going to score touchdowns.
Yeah, I really like the Darrell Henderson one a lot. He is getting showcased. He didn't look injured last game. I know Sonny Michel's in there a little bit. He looked terrible and he fumbled the football. So,
Yeah, he got punished.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
man. Goodbye. And then the receiving touchdown total that to me, I would build your lineups on this. This is the one that is my starter kit. This is your touchdown total for a Cooper Kupp. I'm going over. I'm smashing the hook on this one. I'm building that one, and then I'm going to tier up a few other ones maybe that we talked about that were the low-hanging fruit ones. What do you think about that?
Yeah, smash. This is definitely the one you want to build. This is the one where it's clearly he's the number one red zone target there for Matthew Stafford. He is still bowling out. The man had 13 targets last week. So it's like this hook for a touchdown. It's obvious like Cooper Kupp's going to score in this one.
Yeah, I love that one. That's just like a free one, I think. So if you sign up
Free
for
money.
PrizePicks and you get that $100, you could double it on. Anyway, okay. So now let's get into one of my favorite things. It's the fantasy points. And this is really cool because you can kind of, maybe you don't know the totals and the over-unders, and that's like, it's not my bag, right? Whatever. It's still cool. You can go fantasy full-time, right? I mean, I do both because I'm a degenerate and I love it. Or, I mean, I'm a reformed, no, I'm kidding. I love this stuff. I'm not going to pretend. Yeah, gambling is fun. And this is the best.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So any fantasy point totals, we got Matthew Stafford 23, Russell Wilson 22, Cooper Kupp 21. So it's like a little stack there. What do you think hits here? Over unders? Anything you're fading or playing?
I'm playing Darrell Henderson for 14 and a hook. I like that. He's good for, more points than 14.5. I definitely like the Cooper Kupp. Like I said, we're going to get him in the end zone. He's going to get the catches as well. So therefore, that 23, we can hit the over on that one. Russell Wilson for 22 is actually attractive as well if he's going to be running for his life. So you get the touchdown upside and you get the rushing upside in this game. So I like those three guys for the over.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on the Darrell Henderson and make it a double stamp official, race, he's touch blue, make it true, all those things, because that is one of the low hanging fruits in the points for sure. And then the next one I think is Chris Carson, man. Like I want to get that Chris. It's only 13. If he's going to get 7, 8, 9 carries, maybe 5, 6 targets, who knows? He's going to get 12 to 15 touches. If he falls into the end zone, there you go. You've made your bet there. So I think that's
right there.
Yeah, and I mean, I like it. I'd be feeling remiss if I didn't talk about the tight ends. Either one of these tight ends, you're looking to go for their fantasy points. Higbee at 10.5, and then Gerald Everett at 7.
Give me the under for Gerald Everett. Higbee, he could hit the 10.5, but I'm honestly going to fade both of these. I just don't feel safe putting them on my ticket.
Yeah, and Higbee only averaging 9, so that's a total touchdown dependent. So if there was a touchdown Higbee prop, which is basically what it is, because if he catches a touchdown, that's 6 points, 7 points, whatever. So you're assuming he gets a couple more yards in the game. So if there was a touchdown Higbee prop, I'd be fading that. I'd be taking the under in that. That's what we're basically doing here. So think about it like that. No, I like it. Well, that wraps up PrizePicks. I love it. Please sign up. The link is in the description below if you haven't heard it. While you're down there, also like and subscribe to the Mayo Media Network. And the promo code is, of course, MMN. All right, let's jump into our start sit of the week. We've got some Twitter feedback. I put this out today. Got some back and forth. Dueling top tier quarterbacks here. I think they're ranked 3rd and 4th. I think Sam Darnold is ranked 3rd and Jalen Hurts. They're right up there. Maybe I'm looking at DraftKings, but they're neck and neck up there. They're both sitting at 107 points. Who are you leaning towards this week in their matchup? They're facing each other in Carolina, which is pretty cool. Who do you come out with? This could be a DFS question, or it could be a start sit if you're a baller and you got both of them.
I like how Sam Darnold's playing. Honestly, I feel as though he's bowling right now. He's finding his guys. I think DJ Moore is going to be his best weapon to win this game. So I feel as though Sam Darnold might walk away with another 2 rushing touchdowns or 2 throwing touchdowns as well. This could be easily a copy and paste type of game. I definitely feel as though Sam Darnold's bowling more. I feel like Jalen Hurts, they have a little bit more work to do. I really feel as though they're right there. Like he said, they're right there to where they can get things going. I definitely feel as though they could have won that game last week, but the refs, they had other plans. So I think they're right there. They have some mistakes they need to fix, especially the penalties, man, shooting themselves in the foot a lot. So I'm going to go with Sam Darnold because I think he'll be able to put the points on the board flawlessly, because I would hate to celebrate a Jalen Hurts touchdown and then, holding, and you're just sitting there like, come on, man.
Come on, man. Oh, man. I hate that. Yeah, that's the worst. Yeah, I would say other things, but that we can't say. No, we can say them, but I'm not going to say them because it's not. You got to have the emotions of it really happening live. So let me ask you a question here. Miles Sanders, kind of same situation, same game, same kind of team. Miles Sanders, Kenny Gainwell, ahead of Miles Sanders right now, outproducing him, getting the targets, getting the volume. Besides that kind of first game where Miles Sanders was good, he hasn't been good. Yeah, no. He has. So
it's been 3 weeks since he scored over 8.5 fantasy points, and it's a little depressing when you see Kenny G from week 3 to week 4, his usage just completely doubled. The targets, the rushing attempts, and he actually found the end zone last week. So the red zone usage is what we need to pay attention to. They're actually tied when it comes to touches, but it's the fact that they're tied. It's kind of should be, the Miles Sanders show. I mean, last season he was on the field 70% of the time. So now it's starting to look a little crazy with Kenny G doubling his usage targets and everything else, So it might be the Kenny G show.
Yeah, I think he's like 7th in receptions or something by RBs. Like he's crushing it. Yeah, I mean that's somebody who every single time Jalen Hurts looks for his down, kind of just check down, he's there, and he can make the linebackers miss, and he can go behind you for a touchdown, and he can also put the shoulder down. That's the thing I didn't realize about him too. Like I thought he was going to kind of be soft because he can't come off an injury. Man, he plows. Man, he's not even a big frame. He plows. He's not even a big swole guy, and he plows. So he's one of those like Percy Harvin guys, who just like wants to mess you up. So I like him, man. He's won me over. I have him on my team. I drafted him in my main league team, and I got him everywhere.
He needs to change his number though. It looks disgusting.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's horrible.
Yeah, no, thank you. Stop trying to be Sammy Watkins. That's a cursed number anyway. So, yeah, all right, we're going to move on. I got some other wide receiver questions. This is where it was hot and heavy. I love this. This was cool. Wide receiver season on Twitter today. Just boom, 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 wide receiver. So, first off, I'm going to go high profile guys. Julio Jones or Allen Robinson. Who do you trust this week? Who would you start? Both of them, if Julio plays, by the way, both of them have been shiitake mushrooms, I like to say, when I can, say that to my children and kind of fake curse around them. So they're not been good.
I'm going Julio, man. Allen Robinson has burned me enough, and we still have, the question mark if Fields is going to be the guy, and Matt Nagy wants Andy Dalton as soon as he's healthy enough to come back on the field. So a lot of curse words you can just insert right here. So I'm just going to remove Allen Robinson from my starting lineups. I can't do it. There's too many games where I lost just by this much because Allen Robinson didn't show up. So I feel as though Julio, back, if he plays, if he's healthy, I'd rather take my chances with Julio this week.
I'm gonna co-sign that too. And if you drafted Allen Robinson, you got Kluge. So that's just how it goes. Anyway, let's talk. This one seemed easy to me, but someone was kind of wanting to pick 2 out of these. So I'm gonna give you 4, and then you pick the 2 best. Corey Davis, Devontae Smith, Marvin Jones, and Sterling Shepard. If he's full go and he's healthy.
Honestly, I'm going Shepard and Jones on this one. I love Devontae Smith. The targets are there, but Carolina Panthers defense has been playing like maniacs, man. I just can't trust, Smith this week against a very hard hitting, Panthers defense. So I'm going to go Jones. I'm going to go to Shepard because Jones is still seeing the targets and he's the number 1 red zone target. So therefore you have the touchdown upside. So I'm just going to go with what I know.
Yeah, and our guy DJ Shark, went out for him. He got injured last game too, so that's going to be a bit of a problem as well. All right, let's go to the next one. This one seemed easy, a slam dunk. I said never Juju, Hollywood or Juju. I'm team never Juju. Any Hollywood. Juju for you or no? Yeah, easy.
I started the season off, I'm not going to lie, I was wrong about Marquise Hollywood Brown. I have to respect his name now because I was calling him Marquise Tavon Austin Brown. So I definitely respect him now for what I'm seeing, and hopefully he can keep it up. So yeah, this is an obvious smash for Hollywood. Juju, he's on the bench.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. Juju, goodbye. You can just go do your Corvette somewhere else. And yeah, next up, Jalen Waddle or Marvin Jones. I thought this one was interesting, but I've got my thoughts. What do you think?
I got Jones again. I got Jones with Chark out. I got Jones with the high volume. He's already the number one there. So, and surprisingly enough, Tavon Austin was getting opportunities last week when Chark went out, which is very weird to see. But Jones is still that guy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Full send on that one as well. Shout out Canada. Love us some Canadian. Next one, pick one. We've got like 4 to choose from or 5 to choose from. It's a plethora. This is wild. This is crazy. So pick one. Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, LaVisca, Kenny G, and then OBJ. You know, so there's a bunch of
situation is this.
This is a guy who I think this is a league where they torture you. They only let you play 2 wide receivers. I've been in these leagues. It's like you start 7 players and your bench scores like 190 points.
Yeah, 190 points a week. And it's like, what?
Your regular team scores like 106, and you're just like, this league is bullshit, you know? So, but they need one.
On the board.
Right. So are you on the other side with LaVisca kind of getting the uptick? Kenny G maybe coming out of oblivion here. OBJ missing 3 touchdowns that were all not his fault.
I see the thing about OBJ, I'm also not a fan of, but the dude's talented. I think more so we're watching a chemistry issue between Baker and him. I definitely think it'll take some time to gel. Like I might miss on this because I'm not starting him this week. I might miss on this though, but I feel as though I'd rather be patient and play it safe to see if that chemistry builds this game, because it was absolutely embarrassing last week, for him to only put up 5 points and everybody was like all excited to have him back. Cause again, he's very talented. That's the hard part about sitting OBJs because we know how talented he is. So right now there's a chemistry issue going on. So I might just be rocking with Kenny G and LaVisca. Cause again, obviously LaVisca would Chark out, and then we saw him used correctly in that loss that they have last week. Again, another Thursday night miracle where crazy shit happens. So this could be a situation when LaVisca gets into the groove and, he could put up some points.
I'm going to say if you're somebody who likes to live on the edge, Jalen Waddle is up against a defense that just signed Richard Sherman off the street. So, I just, if you want to, they want to micro dice him to death with like 10,000 passes for, 6 yards. That's your guy, Jalen Waddle there. If you're PPR, and I'm assuming everything's full PPR, by the way, because if you're not full PPR, then what are you doing?
I don't even like mention or even decipher if it's half point or like standard. Like, PPR is the standard. Full point, full send.
Right. Come on, man. Who doesn't like points? Who's like, I like scoring 112 points.
With half the points. Just play standard, you asshole.
Right. Oh, standard. Don't even get me started. All right. Let's just go. We got a couple more left. Tight ends. Who is the hot pickup off the tight end? CJ Uzama and then Dawson Knox, both kind of just exploding. Which one you starting this week? Uzama going up against Green Bay, and then Dawson Knox going up against Kansas City. So, kind of prime time matchups here for both of them.
Give me Knox. I feel as though CJ, he's going to be hindered with T. Higgins possibly coming back. He was only going to be able to pop up, because of T. Higgins being out. So I definitely feel as though Dawson Knox is gaining Josh Allen's trust. And he's getting a lot of red zone looks, man. Them looks are there. So I'm going to roll the dice with Knox.
Yeah, he's a big boy too. He can block. He can do the tight end stuff. So he stays on the field, which I like as well. Yeah, full send on that one. All right, so let's just touch on some injury news before we get out. And if you haven't liked or subscribed, what are you doing? Come on, man. Let's get in here. LQ and myself making you money every single Tuesday or / Wednesday or Thursday, whenever you watch this. We're doing it here all year for the Mayo Media Network. PrizePicks. We're crushing it. Let's keep that streak alive. Injury news to just go over real quick. Joe Mixon ankle, he's out, doubtful, not looking great. Keep an eye on that one. And then anything you're worried about with Joe Mixon long term on this, or is this kind of just like a quick little, heal up in 2 weeks and we'll be back?
Maybe a bump for about a week or two. I don't feel like we should worry too much, but hopefully he rehabs correctly and no setbacks, and try not to rush to get back on the field. So
yeah, no, I last year his injury lingered, and so I'm just always like Joe Mixon phobic, about that. So we'll see. Next up, Logan Thomas is going to miss a little while. Hamstring issues never good. You don't have like a hamstring for a day or two. It's a weekly injury here. So Logan Thomas out. What do you think that does to Curtis Samuel's value now that also De'Ami Brown is out, and it looks like it's just him, and then one of the Simses is probably still there, and then and then you got some guy named Scary Terry. I don't know, somebody's heard of him. What do you think about
Samuel? Becomes a nice play. Like I feel as though him returning from groin injury, I think we are seeing a healthy Curtis Samuel, and we're seeing him get worked into this offense. I mean, Ron Rivera never used Curtis Samuel correctly in Carolina, so I'm a little iffy, a little pulled back, like on guard about it. But I think the targets are going to be there for him, man. I definitely think he's an explosive player, so I think the targets will be there for him.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I think that he's going to have volume, and I mean, nothing beats volume. Like there's just volume wins. That's how it all works. Okay. Couple other injuries. David Montgomery, sad to see him on the ground. That we never want to see that. He was doing really well, having a great game, having a great season in the top 10. Damian Williams around available, wearing number 8, which makes him faster now. Apparently, that's how my eyes work, because those guys have little numbers. I'm just like, look, they're faster, So he's somebody to kind of pick up into, if you're in the waiver wire wars tonight, which it's a Tuesday, we're not a waiver wire show, but keep that in mind. Teddy Bridgewater in the concussion protocol, helmet to helmet hit on Sunday. Did the Broncos win any games without him, or is it just bad times?
Bad times. I'm not looking forward to see Drew Lock hurt my Sutton shares, to be honest. It's going to be very painful to see, but hopefully Noah Fant stays steady. Hopefully Drew Lock can just have him as a security blanket, but I'm not excited for him, for my Sutton shares.
Yeah, no, not at all. Jimmy G got that calf injury. And then, Kyle Shanahan, who we all love on this show, by the way, he's always honest and never lies.
Liar.
So, we're big fans of his. He disavows him like Peter and Jesus 3 times a week. He just, denies he ever knows him, denies he's his quarterback. It's ridiculous. It just offends my soul. What do you think about this? Is he just trying to keep his head from inflating because he wants to run and kind of do his own thing? Or what's the approach? What's the mind games here with Shanahan? He needs him. I mean, and he's electric. He just does have to figure out how to control his arm, because he's got a rocket launcher of an arm. Yeah. And thankfully Deebo Samuel can absorb some of those passes. But what do you think about this?
It's annoying, because it's like, all right, you call him your number 2 quarterback, but it's like, all right, buddy, we already know who the future is. Get Jimmy G out of here. We already know Jimmy G's not going to be leading you guys to any playoffs or any Super Bowls. Like, Jimmy G should not be on the team next season. Trey Lance is your guy. I understand you want Jimmy G on the field so Trey Lance can be groomed and actually see the mistakes, what to do, what not to do, et cetera, et cetera. That's fine. But what's stopping Jimmy G from doing that from the sideline and just showing him tape and just be in his ear and just try to groom him that way? Trey Lance needs the reps. Put the rookie out there. Let him play, man. That's all it is. It's frustrating.
No, I'm with you 100%. It's disingenuous as well, because he's not the number 2, like you said. He's going to be the number 1, and just acknowledge that and just say we're grooming him. I was thinking while you were saying that, that meme that has the 2 guys arm wrestling. I think it's like the white guy and the black guy arm wrestling. That's Matt Nagy and Kyle Shanahan arm wrestling over who hates their quarterback more.
We hate both of our
ridiculous. Yeah, who hates their rookie quarterback more? They're just like, no, it's me. It's like both of them are ridiculous. So anyway, that's something to watch there this week. I do think he's a send. I like him a lot. Will Fuller transitioning here. Will Fuller hand out. It looks like he's going to be missing.
Oh my God, he's injured.
I know. What? No way. When you
Oh
don't
God, pretends to be
take
surprised.
performance enhancing drugs, it changes you. So I'm just allegedly, no, he did test positive. So I can say that it's not alleged. It was
Yeah,
confirmed.
it's not allegedly. It's true.
Right now,
The only reason
right
why he was
now,
healthy last year.
right, exactly. He got the good, and now he's out. So anyway, sad news. Tony Jones carted off with an ankle. Never want to see that. He was kind of filling in behind Kamara in that run share offense. It was just kind of 4 yards and a fall down. But anyway, Amari Cooper hamstring. He came out of the game for a little bit in the first quarter, came back, caught a touchdown. Just monitor that. Yeah, just make sure that guy's banged up. He's got broken ribs. He's got hurt hamstring. He's a gamer, man. So but keep an eye on him because, oh man, I love him. Yeah, he's great. And then Josh Reynolds did go out with a knee injury, and there's been like mum's the word. I need to get a little bit more info on that. And then old injuries. Don't forget all the Giants receivers are all injured. And then Christian McCaffrey officially listed as questionable. We'll see how that progresses. I'm not sure he comes back this week. It might be next week, but we'll see. Yeah.
And he shouldn't be coming back. That was disgusting.
Yeah. That hamstring is still up in the air for me. And whatever. So, well, I gotta tell you, LQ, this is like my favorite part of my Tuesday. Don't tell my wife. This is super fun. I love doing this. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna win you money. Oh, yeah. You're gonna sign up for PrizePicks. You're gonna get $100 deposit match when you do. Sign up MMN for the Mayo Media Network. Where can people find you? Your work, what you're doing, the content that is fire only.
Hey, you guys can find me at Real Deal Fantasy on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, YouTube as well. You can find my shows. You can find me here at the Mayo Media Network every single week. You'll see my face somewhere on the timeline because I'm there, baby.
No, I love it. You are everywhere. It's like, he's everywhere and he's nowhere all the time, So that's how I feel like all the time. You're on Twitter. You're not on Twitter. You're on YouTube. You can find me, Nimble W Numbers, on Twitter, nimblewnumbers.com as well. We do daily fantasy over there at nimblewnumbers.com. Bo McBigtime and myself. I'm the GPP guy. Bo is the cash guy. Bo did beat me last week. We're head to head. We're tied 2-2. But LQ, I got to tell you, I'm coming back this week strong. I can't wait to take Bo down. And then I also write for the Sports Gambling Podcast Network every Friday. I have an article, Priced Up, Priced Down, where that DK price movement is, what they're trying to sucker you into, and those values that you can smash. So please do that. And then, like I said, like and subscribe. We're going to get 1,000 views, 100 likes. I got to be like Dave Lofgren. Lofty's the best. He always gets the subs. He always gets to subscribe. So, I don't have a cool hat yet, and my hair is pretty good. So shout out Dave Lofgren over those guys. Awesome. I love you guys. And then shout out Pat Mayo. You guys are the best. Check us out on the Mayo Media Network and subscribe to the YouTube, please. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.